No. You got 4 minutes break.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
2 minutes break was
at 19 you got.
No.
Yes.
8.
We need to complete. I cannot hold on and do. You know that. We need to complete it somehow. Because once these 2 lessons are left, only 1 class I require them.
So I'm before 5 minutes. Before 5 minutes.
Ah.
From there you can do. From there.
Accidental tourist? Okay.
It's really over.
Is there. Now, what kind of accidental tourist? What do you mean by accidental?
Accident water.
No.
Accident.
No.
Car accident. Car.
No.
But this I want to do.
No.
Car accident.
No.
I haven't drawn movements.
You come here to ask answers.
Not.
Richard, sorry.
Here.
Okay. What do you mean by accidental? Is when you are being very clumsy, which I am. You know, you keep on banging into your like wall. Suddenly you're walking and you bang into the wall. You get hurt on your leg. You get hurt. When you're eating something, suddenly it flies out of your plate. Right? You're absolutely clumsy. So that is accidental. So the story is full of humor. It's like very humorous. Like you'll find him like literally like you know. See. No, this is not that. This one is. So this is the person, and he makes like he makes jokes on himself only. Okay, his name is Bill Bryson, and he's written this.
Where he lives?
He lives in UK. This one in USA.
I've never
So,
running
in America, he lives. See, William Maguire or Bill Bryson. You know, whenever the person who has a William name, the pet name becomes Bill. Okay? He is a best-selling American author of numerous books on travel as well as books on English language and science. Born in America, he was a resident of Britain for most of his adult life before returning to US. So he moved to Britain. You know where is Britain, right? Britain, where the king, this one is a Charles.
Charles.
So he lived there till 1995. Yeah, he's still there. And in 2003, moved back to Britain, living on an old rectory, Barrington, Norfolk, and was appointed Chancellor of the Durham University, like the Dean of the University, what you call. So he is appointed as the Chancellor. No. He is not available in the VIP. But I said, can you go and meet Amitabh Bachchan? You have to wait for hours and all that and then get an audience like that. And not common people who can't go and meet him. You know that, na? Bryson shot to prominence in the United Kingdom with his publication Notes from the Small Island and Exploration of Britain and its accompanying television series. So this is what he's written. He's written in that, and that has been made into a television series. Serial banaya tha. Just like how Ramayana is there, like how you made a serial of Ramayana, like that his book is made into a TV series. Okay, he received a widespread recognition earlier again with the publication of short history of nearly everything. Now, so Bryson offers himself for laughter because everything he does, he tells is very clumsy and all that, he laughs. He describes the lack of grace or skill when traveling, and lack of grace means everything. Whenever he travels, he meets with like tragedy, like accidents. Accidents, not physical accidents, but he'll spill something on his like dress. It will he's trying to open the zip, and everything scatters out. Everything is thrown here and there, and like when he tries to bend down his shoelace, he gets stuck. Like, for example, if you've seen the airplane scene, right, how narrow they are. And you can't do a reclining if you're reclining. So that when he bent down to tie his shoelace like that, this is known as the position. Like, when the flight is about, they tell you, like when the flight is about to take off, like in case of emergency, you have to bend down and like get the air mask and this one like that, take the position. And he was basically in that position. He basically was tying the lace. And this person who was in the front, he moved his chair behind like this. He reclined like this. So he got stuck there only. So the next passenger who was there, he tried to catch his leg, scratch on his leg. So that person understood that he got stuck. So he told that passenger in the front, please move your chair back. And then he was able to get out of the position. So these accidents would have happened, and it was hilarious accidents which happened. So that's why he says he does a lack of grace or skill. Okay. From moments of supreme clumsiness is when you're very clumsy, to outstanding confusion, he presents himself as eternal nebbish. Nebbish means the person who cannot, always meets with an accident. Stumbling and fussing his way around the world. The essay is both funny and comforting, at least to those of us who similarly unskilled. Like for me, I am very clumsy. I keep on banging my head somewhere, like trying to open parts and go everywhere. It's like that. In byways and skyways, the world of travel. Yeah, that also. It happens, you're trying to open it and the coffee splashes all over you. Okay. Easily confused while traveling. He never had a pleasant journey. Anytime he went on traveling, he never ever had. Easily confused as he could not easily find a lavatory. Lavatory is the toilet. Okay. In a cinema hall. At hotels, asked his room number. He forgot his room number, so he had to ask his room number in the hotel. He is living in the real world is perhaps the most difficult thing. So, like every small normal thing, what we do is difficult for him. Okay.
But he is VIP now.
Yeah, but still, he'll go on making like mistake. VIP means once you're clumsy, you're not going to change overnight by magic, no. So when he was taking a trip to England for Easter is after Christmas, what comes a major Christian concern. So he's a frequent went to England with a family on a big trip. Forgot frequent flyer program card at Logan Airport. And though the card was in carry-on bag, trouble started, and he tried to remove the card. You get this card if you're traveling a lot, no? You get this card where you collect a lot of points for flight, and then you can use that particular points to upgrade yourself. How we do it in malls also, you remember you collect, like for example in the particular, you get a card, like how you get like shopper stop, you get this one. Everybody has a card, right? And your points, like you keep on buying things, the points gets collected, right? And that points you can use now. You'll get discounts on it, or you get this one. So like that, there's a frequent flyer card. Okay. He kept it on his sling bag, and it was there, and he's trying to pull it, and he wouldn't pull the zip. When it gave away, everything spilled on the floor. Okay. And he was dumbstruck, means he was shocked. Like, how can this happen? And then on top of it, when he was trying to take out the zip got stuck, and he managed to get a deep wound on his finger, and it started bleeding. So then he got into the crash position. I just not told you, the crash position. He got there, he got stuck, and like he had to literally claw at the side passenger to get out from there. Okay. Then the soft drink. Okay. He, like, when you're sitting in the plane, they bring soft drinks and give you, right? So when he went to take the soft drink, it spilled on the lady, on his passenger. A lady was sitting next to him, a passenger, and it's real. All these are real incidents he tells about himself. And then the air hostess came and cleansed that passenger, that lady, and then she brought a new drink for him. And that was again his hands on that. Okay. Again, that he did the same thing. That was not the worst experience. So he's looking very sophisticated and this one. And he was writing something in his notebook. So he had his pen and he was chewing on the pen. He was talking to this lady and saying, how like sophisticated he wanted to sound. But when he went into again that toilet which is there, the lavatory which is there, that is known as the lavatory, right? If you've seen, very small toilet. And then when he looked into the mirror, he saw that the ink, all the ink was there on his lips, in his gums, in his teeth, and on his shirt. And he tried to wash it out, but it wouldn't come out, and that didn't go out for days. So that was his worst experience. Okay. And like he, as I said, you collect a lot of points in because you keep on flying, no? So you collect a lot of points, but he only managed to collect 212. Why? Because either he didn't carry the card, or he forgot to ask about those miles, points to be added. Or one incident happened that his name is Bryce William, this one, right? So he had the card was on W Bryce, and this one, the ticket was B Bryce. So the name didn't match, so he didn't get. Otherwise, he would have got a lack of points on that card. But he couldn't get because the name didn't match, and the air hostess didn't. Yeah.
Which in short for me was accident.
Yeah. Understood. So understood the story. It's a humorous story. And you have so many things you can say. So many things can happen. Alright. Of all the things I'm not good at, living in the real world is perhaps the most outstanding. So he said living in the real world, every daily life, it's a struggle for him. So he's not very good at living in the real world. Okay. I am constantly filled with wonder at the number of things that other people do without any evident difficulty that are pretty much beyond me. So he says when other people do normal tasks, I'm surprised and shocked because that normal task is not for me. I cannot ever escape any kind of accident. So like that. So other people when they do, I'm struck with wonder. I'm so shocked that how can they do things so normally, opening a cup, pouring something or opening something, everything for him. No, he didn't have that kind of this one. He's just clumsy. Clumsy is that means you cannot any task for you can't do it properly. I go into the kitchen and somewhere my cup will always fall down on the floor. Somewhere, when you have to open that will fly off. Those kind of things, and it happens with us. It's not, am I clumsy? Means accidents happen with him, it happens too often. With us, it happens occasionally. Means sometimes it happens. With him, it is too often. Okay. I cannot tell you the number of times I have gone looking for the lavatory in the cinema. And we go now, when you go and watch a movie, we go to the cinema hall, and when we go to a cinema hall, we want to go to the washroom, right? So lavatory is that, right? And for instance, ended up standing in the alley on the wrong side of a self-locking door. And whenever he went in search of a washroom, he ended up in an alley. Alley is a narrow passage. And that passage, so when he goes out of the door now to search for the toilet, the door is self-locking. That means the door locks itself and he's out of the cinema hall. He's not allowed entry because he manages to lock himself in that alley. Understood? So it always happens with him.
But now, no one will lock him.
Nobody locked him. It's just this door swings and it gets locked on its own. That is why it is called self-locking. So when he's going out of the door in search, looking for this is the alley. You look at this is a very narrow alley. The door size is this one. So this is known as the alley. And he said between these two, I always get I'm searching for it and this door gets locked. And he's locked outside the cinema. Okay. My particular specialty now is returning to hotel desk 2 or 3 times a day and asking what his room number is. I am sure it's easily confused. And his main specialty is forgetting his room numbers. So every time he will go to the reception area and he will ask what is my room number because he gets confused with numbers. So that is his main specialty. That is his main
Special.
I was thinking about this last time we went en family on a trip. En family is a French word that means with family. Okay. It was Easter. Share the book, please. It was Easter and we were flying to England for a week. And it was Easter time. They said, okay, let's go for a family visit and all that. And they went for a visit for a week. Now, when we arrived at the Logan Airport in Boston, and were checking in, I suddenly remembered that I had recently joined the British Airways frequent flyer program. So he when he went to the Logan Airport is the name of the airport, and which is in Boston. You know where is Boston, right? America. So in that he entered, and then he suddenly remembered that he has a car, the freaking miler car. Okay, freaking flyer car program. Okay, so he's got this car. He's got this car, and here. So he's got this card, he received it on the previous card, and I also remember that I had put the card in my carry-on bag. So when you show the card points on the card can be used to upgrade your seats. Okay, or you get something on it. So he remembered that.
Then also, if we will go and seats are not available, but we have booked them, then we will go to
Yeah, like that. So that's all. So he got this card. He said, I remember the carry-on. Carry-on is your sling bag, what you have. Okay. That was hanging around my neck. So this was sling bag was hanging around his neck. And here's where the trouble started. And this is where the trouble began. The zip of the bag was jammed. That means it was stuck. So I pulled it on and yanked means pulled it full strength. You know, you're trying to open the zip and you're yanking it away with full strength, with jerking. With grunts and frowns, like this, and the frown on it, so that kind of sound, grunts, and increasing consternation. Consternation means anxiety, anxiousness. Okay, get this after some minutes, and he continued, trying to open for some minutes, but it wouldn't budge. That means it wouldn't move. Okay, so I pulled harder and harder with more grunts. And he said, the keeper, he kept on continuing, pulling harder and harder and the side of the bag flew open. Sorry, abruptly the zip gave away and suddenly the zip opened. Okay, and the side of the bag flew open and everything within, newspaper cuttings and other newspapers, a 14-ounce tin of pipe tobacco, magazines, passport, English money, film, was extravagantly ejected over an area about the size of a tennis court. So you've seen how big is the
the slang bag is very small.
sling bag. Carry-on bag is normally something which is like this carry-on bag. Okay, and in this, yeah, thank you. So in this, there were so many things, right? And in size of a tennis court is this big, right? Little bigger. No, it is bigger than this. This whole classes are like that tennis court, you can see. And everywhere it was scattered. Everywhere it was scattered. Now, what was that? Newspaper cuttings. You know, people have the habit of cutting newspapers, something like reading over. Other newspapers with papers which you must have collected like that. 14-ounce tin of tobacco. Now, 14 ounce is a weight. And in that, it had tobacco in it. Tobacco jo bolte na, tobacco in it. Magazine. No, this one is a pipe tobacco. You know, in olden days they had this pipe. Sherlock Holmes had a pipe, remember? And in that pipe they used to put tobacco and they would burn it and they would smoke that way. So this is pipe tobacco. Okay. Magazines, passport, English money, because he was going to Britain, so he'll require English. America's is dollars. English money is different, right? Pounds, I think so they have. Film as in for a photograph or something. And all this was scattered away in the size of a tennis court. Everywhere it was scattered. I watched dumbstruck. He was stunned. He couldn't say anything. As 100 carefully sorted documents came raining down in a fluttery cascade. Okay, so like you've seen a fountain, right? If you've seen a fountain has the waterfalls, like that, these papers which he had like, these documents which he had arranged very, very carefully, all they started falling. Fluttering is like how the butterfly's wings flutter. Like that, they were fluttering like this and cascading and falling on the floor. And what else was this one? Coins bounced to a variety and noisy obedience.
In flight, this
when he was going to board the flight, in the sense when he was checking in, at that particular time you have to show, right? And then you can upgrade to that way. And it basically coins, the paisas what you have, they bounce to a variety of objects, uncoins, you don't know what is happening. The coins didn't know what happened. And that now I will lidless. Lidless means what happens when the tobacco fell. The lid came out. Okay, so this was rolling. tin of tobacco rolled crazily across the concourse. Concourse is the huge, area. And it's a huge area, empty area. What you see in an airport, remember, if you see, they are huge vacant areas. So concourse, disgorging is spilling its content as it went. So this was rolling, and wherever it was rolling, all the tobacco was falling out. My tobacco, I cried in horror, thinking about I would have to pay for that much tobacco in England. So now what happens? Here you get it a little cheaper. In England, it will be a little more expensive. What would I have to pay for that much tobacco in England now that another budget had come and gone? So when the budget comes and for the price changes, right? You remember our government also makes budgets, right? So the price changes. And then change to cry, my finger. So suddenly he realized when he's shouting over tobacco and thinking, oh, my budget is going to go haywire. Remember, you had to pay double the money to come back to your place, to Mumbai. The same way he said, he was thinking, oh, if I go there and have to buy it, that means I have to pay more money and the budget will again go haywire. And then suddenly he started crying, my finger. Till that time he didn't realize that his finger was cut. Look at this. As I discovered that I had gashed, means deep cut, gashed is deep cut, my finger on the zip and was shedding blood in lavish manner. Lavish means like in an expensive manner, in a this manner. So, if I was not very good at from flowing blood generally, but when it is my own, well, I think hysterics are fully justified. So, it is when I see blood, I normally don't like to see blood. But when you see your own blood, then your emotions cannot be controlled. Then, right, you are uncontrollable emotions. Hysterics is that. Uncontrollable emotions. Confused and unable to help, my hair went in panic mode. So, he couldn't see how everything is scattered. He couldn't understand what to do and unable to help. My hair went into panic mode, and he literally started panicking. Okay, it was
My friend was panic.
worse. He broke a few legs.
He was playing football in class.
Oh wow! I would love to see that.
No, अच्छा वो किसी के आना मेरे आस.
It's very dangerous.
I think so now finally we can have it.
Yes, that's normally the procedure. It was at this point when my wife looked at me with an expression of wonder. And here, then the wife turned around and looked at wonder. Not anger or exasperation. Exasperation is not in an irritated way, not in an angry way, but simply wonder, simply surprised. And said, I can't believe you do this for a living. Do this for a living? Why? Because he's frequently traveling. And then she sees this disaster happening. She says, I can't believe that you do this for a living. That means you travel from one place to the other to make money. But then these things happen. But I'm afraid it's so. And that's I can't do anything. It is so. I have to travel to various places. And this is my regular thing which happens every day. I have always had catastrophes. Catastrophes are disasters. I have always had catastrophes when I travel. So he's giving you lots of incidences during the disaster struck. Once on an aeroplane, I leaned over to tie a shoelace. I remember leaned over, he bent to tie his shoelace. Just at the moment, someone in the seat ahead, the one who was sitting ahead of me, threw his seat back in a full recline. When you want to sleep, you just push the button and you just can go reclining like this, right? He's bending and this person is reclining. So he's got stuck into the gap.
अच्छा means the front person.
The front person moved his chair. This person, the author was sitting behind. Okay, and the front person, he's there. The author bent down to tie his shoelace because the shoelace was untied. And at that particular moment, when the author was untied, this person just went to the full recline. Understood? Into full recline. And found myself pinned helplessly in the crash position. So he couldn't get up because he's stuck in that position. So it is called pinned. When you're stuck in some position, that is known as pinned. Okay. It was only by clawing at the leg. Literally, this one he was clawing at the leg of his next passenger who's sitting next to him, the person sitting next to him, or the man sitting next to me, that I managed to get myself freed. And he saw that this person, like, when he's scrolling that this person was edited, suddenly went on the author, and then he must have told the person who was reclining, please move it, please one stuck. See, that's one occasion. One just now happens, it happened. Another occasion, he got stuck between the chairs. Another occasion. On another occasion, I knocked a soft drink onto the lap of a sweet little lady. So this was like, sitting beside. So there was a lady sitting beside him, and he knocked the juice onto her lap. Okay. The flight attendant came and cleaned her up. So the flight immediately the flight attendant comes and cleans up and brought me a replacement drink. So he's dropped the drink, so she brought him a replacement drink. And instantly I knocked it into that woman again. So when she brought it this at the same time, he managed to drop the drink on that lady again. Okay. To this day, I don't know how I did it. So he tried to figure out how did I manage to spill the drink again. I just remember reaching out for the new drink and watching helplessly as my arm, like some cheap prop in one of those 1950s horror movies. They have this prop, to show the hands and the legs coming out of the, like horror movies to see, like that. So he said, my hands were exactly like that. Absolutely, didn't have, control. Okay. The undead limb violently swept the drink from its perch onto her lap. So he basically went to take it like this, but instead of getting grip like this, his hand went here, and the drink was here, and zoop, the drink fell on the lap. Whole drink, second time.
Give me a whole.
And it fell onto the lap again. So he said that's why my hand was like this horror movie film or propping it was. I went to hold it like that. So he's very clumsy. We have people like that who are very clumsy, right? Walking. I have. My nephew is also like that. My nephew is my brother's son. So he is also like that. Suddenly he's walking and then he'll get hurt on his hand because the ball gave him the center. Like that. So people like that. And even me also. I at times I'm not looking where I'm going and I will go and dash into that. Sometimes I bang my head into the cupboard. Like you're bending down to take something, you forgot that above cupboard's door is open, and zoom you go up and zoom you get hurt. So I have got lots of time hurt. It's okay. I can identify with this fellow because he's clumsy, so I'm equally clumsy. The lady looked at me stupefied and stunned. One time you managed to drop on me, second time also. Expression you would have expected to receive from someone who you have repeatedly drenched. And I believe that I would have expected somebody I have continuously made both in. Yeah. And utters O that shows me start with O, finish with same. And in between some words that I have never heard uttered in public before, certainly not by a nun. And that lady was a nun. Who is a nun, na? The one who wears that white and grey and all that. Missionary schools has those nuns. They have the sari or they'll cover their hair with that and they'll wear this habit, what you call. Christian school has nuns. Missionary schools have nuns. Fathers, nuns who wear the white thing. The same way that there are nuns who wear white things.
Father actors.
Father actors. Like that. So in that.
Father ko aise shorten.
But if you see a proper priest, you'll find him wearing a white kind of habit, what we call it. Long kurta lekha. And if nun go na baal mein like they have around their head and रहता है इधर रहता है पूरा बाल कवर रहता है they white better white dress because they don't they have given they follow God, they don't follow anybody else, like, and they don't ever get married. Okay, so he was normally a nun will be very patient. She will not abuse. And this said, I cannot mention because it was the first time out of the nun's mouth. No, the one who was sitting, the lady who was sitting next to him was a nun. And from her mouth that came out, which you never hear it from anybody else. This, however, was not my worst experience. This was also not his worst experience. On a plane flight, My worst experience was when I was writing important thoughts in a notebook. He's a writer. So, if you have this habit, have the habit of writing everything in the book, in a notebook, you will always carry a notebook. Okay. Buy socks, clutch drinks carefully. And he's writing instructions. Like I have to buy socks, I have to clutch hold drinks carefully, sucking thoughtfully on my, and at the same time, you also do it. Like sometimes, you keep the pen in your mouth when you're thinking and like that. So you're sucking on the pen, right?
Octane pen
Ah, the end of the pen as you do. So when you're thinking, you're just like biting it and just thinking about it. And fell into a conversation with an attractive young lady in the next seat. So there was an attractive young lady next to her. And he was just talking with her, fell into a conversation and basically started to talk casually. Okay. I amused her for perhaps for 20 minutes with scattering of urban words. That means very charming, like witty comments, not cracking jokes and this one. What are witty remarks? Witty is clever remarks. Okay. And then he was passing time. 20 minutes he was talking to her. And then retired to the laboratory. Then retired after talking to her, he wanted to go to he went to the laboratory. There where I discovered that the pen had leaked and my mouth, my chin, my tongue, my teeth, and my gums were now striking scrub resistant means even amount of scrubbing which cannot be the stain cannot be removed. Navy blue. So his tongue was navy blue, his teeth was navy blue, his beard was navy blue, everything was navy blue, chin was navy blue, and would remain so for several days. So he said the worst incident was this, that like whole my face was colored navy blue. So you will understand, I trust when I tell you how much I ate to be soft. So it's being very sophisticated. Okay. I would love just once in my life, is it only once in my life, that to rise from the dinner table without looking as if I have just experienced an extremely localized seismic event, that means an earthquake. He said, I wish in my whole life, like I just get up from the dinner table and I don't look as if an earthquake has attacked the dinner table. Okay. Get in the car and close the door without leaving 14 inches of the coat outside. So whenever he gets in the car, his coat is always stuck outside. Like, when you close the door, a piece of his coat is always outside the car door. Then wear light colored trousers without discovering at the end of the day that I have at various times sat on chewing gum, ice creams, cough syrups, and motor oil. So these are the things which always happen with him. So whenever he's sitting and he's worn maybe a white color or beige color, light brown color pant, or maybe a light green color pant, anytime he sat, there will be always chewing gum sticking on it, or there would have been this one. Uh, Ice cream spilled on the chair, and without seeing he sat, so the ice cream stains the chair, this pant. Cough syrups on the chair. Sometimes there's cough syrup dropped on the chair and he sat on it. And at motor oil. Sometimes motor oil is spilled and he sat on it. So you imagine when you get up, stains are there, and you get so embarrassed when so many stains are there in your pant, right? But it is not to be. And he said, but this is the way my life is going. That means anytime I have to go and meet with a kind of an accident. Accident as I said, getting stained on his pant. Like when he's getting up from the dinner, his whole table is a mess because everything keeps on flying and everything he keeps on spilling. Remember that. Now on planes, when the food is delivered, my wife, now his wife is used to this happening, all this. So now when the food is delivered, my wife says, take the lid off the food for daddy. So she's instructing the children, you take the lids off for daddy. Put your hood up, children. Daddy's about to cut his meat. So he said, put your hood up, cover your head, because daddy is about to cut the meat. And what will happen when the daddy cuts the meat? It will fly. So you have to protect yourself from the heat. When you eat, they have the habit of using a butter knife and a fork. Remember, when you go to hotels, you eat with that. That's how the habit is. And so when you cut the meat, sometimes it happened once with me. I was trying to cut and it went from my plate. And somebody else gets attacked, basically.
Once what happened, last period, वो ब्रेड खाते हैं,
हाँ
टोस्टेड ब्रेड।
हाँ
वो ब्रेड तो उठ के गया और वो उठ गई।
so they said bread flies,
स्टील
no?
का रहता है ना।
So that's why the mother said, wear your hood because my father is going to cut the meat, so the meat is going to fly. So wear your hood. Of course, this is only when I'm flying with my family. So this is only for when I'm flying. When I'm on my own, I don't eat, drink, or lean over my shoulder to tie my shoelace because he's scared that something will happen. And never put a pen anywhere near my mouth. I sit very quietly, sometimes on my hands to keep them from flying out unexpectedly and causing liquid mischief. Remember, when he's going alone, he would sit on his hands like this so that he doesn't reach out for the drinks, so that the drinks doesn't spill on somebody. So that is why liquid mischief he calls it. Okay. It is not much fun, but it does at least cut down on the laundry bills. Remember, imagine the stains which is getting every day and all that, and the disasters which happen with laundry bill only. You know how costly to take out stains are. A normal laundry will cost you around 500, uh, 300 to 500 to remove one tiny stain. So imagine the laundry bill if every day disaster is happening. They remove it with the help of chemicals. You go to the laundry, dry cleaning, what we have, na?
But at home also invite your allies there.
But Allah doesn't remove this one completely at times. At times it doesn't remove. So I give laundry. Sometimes because I spill, I told you, sometimes I keep on spilling, so I have to go. But each time I go, I have to pay 300, 500, 600.
Last time what happened?
Yeah. It doesn't come out very easily. So that's what I said. You have to pay 600. Who's going to pay 600 for every day? So he said because of that.
For 1 kilo.
Yeah.
For 1 kilo is
Going to pay. So that's why he says now I sit on my hands so that I don't reach anywhere. I don't eat, drink anything on the plane. Okay, when I'm not with my family. I never did get my frequent flyer miles. I told you frequent flyer miles is what you get a card. In that card, the points are collected. Okay. By the way, I never do. Now, why he didn't get it? I couldn't find the card in time. So there are times when you can't find the card. Then this has become a real frustration for me. Everyone I know, everyone is forever flying off to Bali first class with the air miles. So they get, I said, an advantage. You get. So he says everyone. He said that there are so many friends of mine who go to Bali for vacation. Bali is a tourist spot, okay, and they go in first class that too, every time. I never get to collect anything. He's a frequent flyer, but he never gets to collect anything. I must fly 1 lakh miles a year. Yet I have accumulated only 212 air miles divided between 23 airlines. So in a year he must have traveled 1 lakh kilometers flying. Okay. But in the 23 airlines he managed only to get 212 points. The reason is he forgets to take. This is because either I forget to ask about the air miles. You have to ask. They will not be added automatically. You have to ask. When I check in, when you check in, you have to ask for the air miles. Or I remember to ask them, but the airline then
how much is
manages.
this session?
Yeah, there is.
How do you have to take the car?
That is when if you have traveled frequently, like every second day, third day, like that. Then only you offer that card. They offer you that card. Okay. Then manages not to record them. Then remember when he asks them, they don't record that points in his card. Or checking clerk informs me I am not entitled to him. So they say you cannot get those points. When he asks the check-in clerk, so they said you can't get the point. Why? In January on a flight to Australia, a flight for which I was going to get about a zillion air miles. Zillion, is more than billion. So he said I would have got a zillion air miles because he was traveling from UK, USA to Australia. So you would have got a lot of air miles. Okay, because kilometers were more. So you will get a lot of air miles. The clerk shook her head when I presented my card and told I'm not entitled to any. Then the clerk told her, no, you cannot get your IMI, so you are not entitled to it. Okay? Why? Yes, why? Why I am not entitled? The ticket is in the name of B. Bryant. The card is in the name of W. Bryant. So his complete name is William Bryant. And the pet name is Bill Bryant. Okay? So, yeah, so that's why he said because of that it is not registered in your name, so you are not going to get the airmans. I explained to her the close and venerable relation between Bill and William. So the respected relationship between Bill and William. Actually, if the person is known as William, normally the pet name is called Bill. Okay? And but she wouldn't have it. She would not listen to him. So I did not get my air miles, and I won't be flying to Bali first class just yet. So he said, I will not be flying to Bali just yet. Perhaps just as well, really. I could never go that long without eating. So he says, I can't go that long without, like, he normally when he sits now, he sits with his hand out. So he cannot survive without eating because the distance is very long, 16 hours, 17 hours, like that. And 16, 17 hours, you have to eat. And when he eats, disaster happens. Okay?
But after 1 month, after every month, we are traveling. So, then also.
Then you get. You have to inquire in the airport. 150 what?
Volume 1.
Volume 2.
Which page number? On what occasion did the author go on a big trip? Easter.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Easter.
Next is yours. 146.
First one,
Easter.
the author had joined the frequent flyer program of British Airways.
What does the title of the story indicate? Places visited by a writer accidentally. B1.
B.
B. Accidental doors by the writer.
Accident caused by the writer. He's caused so many accidents.
Accident caused.
Describe.
What was Bill's nature?
What?
Clear-minded.
Is he clear-minded?
No.
But he is not frustrated.
He's not frustrated. Aren't you frustrated?
All about.
Huh?
All of the above.
All of the frustrated, not all of the above. Because of the things which is happening around him, he gets frustrated and he wonders why the people around him are so normal and he's so kind of abnormal, isn't it? So frustrated.
What happened to the jeep
It
on
got
the
jammed.
What happened to the jeep on the bed? It got jammed.
Correct.
What came out of the bag when the zip came? All of the above.
Why was Bill's finger bleeding? Because it was stuck in the jeep and was cut.
Why
Yes.
was Bill White wondering at him? Because of unzipped bag.
Huh? No.
Because of his dress.
No.
Because of his capacity to speak.
Correct.
Bill Bryson mainly traveled by aeroplane.
No, because of his strange behavior. Sorry, A1.
A1.
Next one, Bill
Bill
Bryson.
Bryson mainly traveled by aeroplane.
Yes.
What did Bill Bryson drop on the sweet lady sitting softly?
What made his team blue while writing? Linking incomparable.
What was Bill doing when he crushed the levels?
See it should be. The spelling is wrong.
Learn to tie his legs. Meaning,
Leaning to tie it.
Why did Bill's wife ask the children take the lids of the food for them? Because they to tell the children are better than Bill. Then, huh?
To tell the children are better than Bill.
Hmm. They did it better than the rest.
Correct. They did it better than the rest.
The laboratory in the cinema.
Yeah.
Mhm. What did Bill forget in the hotel? His room number.
Name the things Bill forgot in the lesson. Room number in the all.
All.
Oh. What did Bill forget while traveling to Australia? His pen. His pen. Hmm?
Yeah, it's Bill.
And his name. Yes.
Yes, his name. Because he wrote B, this one Bryson, and his name is W. Bryson, na? So his name.
No, his room number it is. Name.
Name. How can he wrote the room number? He wrote W and B because people call him Bill, so that's what he named booked the ticket as Bill. But his MIS was W. William.
What kind of man is Bill Bryan? All of the above.
No. Easily confused. Remember, he doesn't know his numbers.
What kind of a story is this? Humorous.
William Bryce.
Humorous. Okay. And which answer you? Who's the? So this one. So,
Who is she in the extract?
who is she? Otter. That girl, lady.
The check-in clerk. Is written there the last.
Lady. Lady name is
When you have completed this lesson,
The clerk is written there.
and you have completed if I were you,
name.
No, if I overuse left and the last lesson of being home is left.
and can you complete it?
When?
Now when you
Today it is not possible. And the beggar, only 2 lessons are
Can you
left.
give the short explanation because in exam it is
Then who told you to miss? I missed 2 weeks for you all. If I hadn't missed 2 weeks, I would have completed up till now. Today would have been the today or last week would have been the last day.
mine is because
I know, beta, I can't blame you, but that's what I'm saying.
and this answer when
We'll do that. What does she wouldn't have mean?
Ma'am, can you give short
I'll
explanation?
explain. Wait.
No, ma'am. Next class you are coming.
That's what I have to figure out now. Which date we take? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And Tuesday is SST class.
Your SST portion is not over.
Baki abhi dono.
Arey, Wednesday I can't come. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I can't come.
Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday
Monday?
I cannot come.
Monday?
This
Monday,
next
exam.
Monday I can't come. This one, show the calendar. But 18th is your exams are starting, na?
Yes.
So that is 18th. Next Monday is 18th.
No, I am telling that at 11th or 12th you can.
12th I can come. But 12th, will they allow me to come?
But it is SST class.
SST classes there. One SST and one.
What time SST classes is there?
4:50.
Till?
6:50.
Okay. And then after that?
Nothing.
Can you wait for 6:15 to 8:15? Right?
Yeah.
See, only one day. We'll finish both the lessons that day.
No, yeah. Ma'am, you
Tuesday.
schedule the class at 12.
See,
You
No,
schedule the
can
class.
we take on Wednesday?
listen.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. You understand, Nishan, what I'm telling you?
Uh.
13, 14, 15, 16, I'm not available because I have to go to school twice. I am not available. Here I'm making 11th I cannot do, but 12th I can do it.
But you can
You can do on 23rd.
Because if you will take it Thursday, na, my holiday is there. In 1 week I get only one holiday.
Array, that's what I'm saying. I cannot
You
take it.
schedule at 12.
That's what I, this one too.
Okay, well.
Are you okay with this? Because after SST you will have to wait back. Is it okay? Chalega? Because then that day we finish with this.
Yes, you should.
Syllabus.
Okay. Syllabus over. So then before your exam you're ready, na?
Yes.
Okay?
Some revision, we can do some revision also.
Yeah. So 12th is done. I'll tell Samir sir to schedule it at
12.
okay, and that to 6:15 to 8:15.
No, 6:15.
6:20.
6:30. 6:20 gets over, na? So I'll tell him to schedule at 6:30. 10 minutes break you all will get, na? बाद में देख लो आप. I'm telling you.
नहीं आप लेट तक ले लो ना फिर.
बेटा लेट तक मेरे को क्या घर नहीं जाना है क्या? I don't stay nearby. I stay a little far. So I have to travel. So I can't take this one. So till 8:30.
पर ऐसा रखो कि जैसे पोर्शन खत्म हो जाए ना वैसे निकलो.
हाँ, that way. Once the portion is over, you can leave. ठीक है? Okay, done. So will you this one? Is it okay? So 12th.
Because see ma'am, if you
Can we do on Monday?
this week, ma'am, in
I
this
told you Monday is not possible. I told you.
ma'am, in this week,
After
Wednesday also
exam.
our class is there. Thursday my class is not there. Friday is also, and Saturday you are not coming.
I cannot, beta. I have my concert on that day. I cannot come.
But can we do on 23rd?
अरे भाई 23rd in exam portion is coming.
And 2 weeks you all missed. That is the problem. Na 2 weeks if you hadn't missed, your portion would have been over up till now. So 12th one day I'll ask him to schedule, and that day only we finish up both the lessons. Clear? ठीक है? Done? You're going to come because I cannot come from that distance here, Wagme. I'm telling you. You better tell me. Are you promising me that you're going to?
I am promising because see, if I will come because SST portion is remaining, and in this portion exam will come. In exam
This portion is coming. Okay, clear. So this Tuesday I'll ask Samir sir to schedule, and then we are over with the course.
Because
You are okay.
now after that 23rd what we will do? After 23rd.
No, then your mock exams will start.
24th.
From 24th onwards,
from 23rd only mock exams are there, no class.
No class. Then no classes. Then after that is over.
No class.
No class.
We can take revision.
Revision, then we'll see how it goes about. Okay? But no class. Clear? Understood? Wangme, are you sure you're coming? Pakka? Because beta, I cannot travel the distance. I'm telling you, I don't stay here. I stay far. Okay? So from there to here, I
You are
don't.
not staying in Navi Mumbai.
I'm not staying in Navi Mumbai. No. I stay in Thane side. So that's what I'm saying. I will not travel. Again, I'm telling you. You better be sure.
Ma'am, I will.
You
Kaushik, I don't know Kaushik.
I don't know about Kaushik, because if you want a course to be complete, then you have to come, because it's too late in the night for me also.
Yes. No.
Okay.
What we will do at 6:30 we will start the class.
6:20.
If at 7:30 also the
No, it
class.
will not be possible. There are 2 lessons left.
But if it's possible then ma'am.
No, beta, it is not possible.
No,
Oh,
if
Miss
it's
Akhtar,
possible.
If you don't talk too much, then I'll try to see that
No,
how
if
much.
it's possible then.
Yes, but we are scheduling till 8:30. Is it clear? If it gets over early, then we shall. I can
Because
go.
what I was telling that
7:45
at
over.
6:20 our class 6 no. I
6:20
think
class
so
gets
at
over.
6:30 our
The
class.
same class what you have here.
6:30 our class gets over.
No, 6:20.
Now also your class will get over 6:20 only. The schedule is 6:20. 4:15 to 6:20.
So then ma'am give our 10 break.
10 minutes break you'll get.
We will go down.
Yeah, 6:20 you can go, 6:30 come up please, and then we can start the class. Is it clear? 10 minutes break we'll get.
उसके बाद हो गया.
Okay? ठीक है, पक्का? So I tell him to schedule on 12. ठीक है.
और then what's you wouldn't share with
But
me?
12 आपको possible है.
12 make it possible and make time. 12 and make time. Because 13, 14, 15, 16 not possible. Okay? That is not possible because we have 2 times practice. So that's why it's not possible, and 16th is the annual, 15th and 16th is the annual day. So that's why it is not possible. Or 13 and
The
42.
teachers in school.
I teach in the school, yes. Now come back to the question
In
answer.
school.
That is none of your business.
No.
And
second-
in Dombivli side in teachers.
No.
Now on Tuesday we will
I'm
come
telling because I was.
Pakka, because I said it's this, the distance to travel is long. I need to even this one only for your annual term, otherwise I can keep it next week, which is your exam time and you all will not, the portion will not be over. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, Tuesday.
Huh? Okay.
12 को वैसे भी हम आने वाले हैं तो 2 घंटा बैठ सकते
4 घंटा 2 घंटा SST 2
हैं और 2
घंटा
घंटा बैठ सकते
हाँ that's what.
8 घंटा wait. And second one is
What is the authors the story not good at?
this one remaining.
Okay, get the meaning of venerable.
Remember.
हैं wait.
Sacred is written there na. Venerable is sacred, is written there.
Give the meaning well.
The meaning is also given
Hey,
there.
now new exam only 3 chapters are coming. Reach for the top, Kathmandu and if I value. So we will do first if I value.
Beta Kathmandu you finish. If I owe you was only left.
And that beggar.
Beggar is left in moments.
आज भी हो सकता है पर अभी नहीं।
अभी नहीं बेटा बहुत लेट हो गया
थोड़ा
अगर
सा जल्दी अगर आ सकते थे तो
today you want to continue for 4 hours. अभी 4 घंटे हो जाएंगे आज के आज ही कोर्स खत्म हो जाता है. You are not informed in the house, that is the problem.
no I can inform but
Okay. No, I would have preferred today finishing off and then done. Then you don't have to do any this.
माफ करना है तो आज भी हो सकता है
हो जाएगा 1 घंटा और
I have class
where say that no. All right. What is the author of the story not good at?
Not good at.
Yes.
Ma'am, so when you tell
Clumsy
when you
person.
when you tell sir
I'll tell you.
Come.
Tuesday I'll schedule it.
Clumsy person.
Yeah. So it is there. 149H.
Huh?
149H.
Bill
answer.
person is a careless and unorganized person. He is also clumsy in his manners. Next find it difficult to even the most routine things. Besides, he does not take this or coming seriously. He laughs at himself and does not even try to correct his mistake.
Okay, that is the answer. Next one. Why did the author take a tobacco
Oh.
tin on his trip? What happened to it?
Thanks.
Yes, I'm waiting. Why did he take a tobacco?
he loves
Huh?
He
Because he loves to
cake.
smoke.
Lecture that.
Next.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So I told you, na, see 620 gets over. Pakka Wang mein again, how many 10 times I've already asked you, huh? Are you sure?
Yes.
100% sure? Huh?
ऐसा कुछ अगर